Mic check. Okay, yeah, cool. Looks like we're going. Where's some windows? Give me some windows. Nope, that's not the one I want. There's my OBS window. No chat there. It's cool. Neat. Guess we gotta do it this way. All right, we're up in here. What you guys want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Ooh. You know, I just had something come to my mind that I wanted to look at. So while you guys are figuring out what you want to talk about or what you would like me to talk about, I want to peek at something real quick. Yeah. No, it just looks way different. That just looks way different. Oh, if you're talking about Bitcoin, it's coming down to yeah, like 53. Yeah, yeah, that's where it's gonna go. And I don't know what's gonna happen after that, but that's where Bitcoin's going. Maybe tap that unmitigated weekly demand block, sweep the low of the range. Yeah, that's where I think it's going. Yeah, ETH is looking bad. I gotta bump this comment real quick. We'll take a look at ETH. I bummed it. Where's BTC going to hold the bottom of the GA? I don't know what the GA is. Not a clue what a GA is. Nope, no clue what that is. But we can take a peek at ETH because yeah, ETH's going down. It'd be going down, man. And we had hey, it's pretty close. It's pretty close to where yeah, it's pretty close. Pretty close to where I was yeah, looking for yeah, some reversal on this. Yep. Yes, sir. I think everybody thought I was crazy back in whenever this was. This was when I posted this short idea. We were, yeah, I don't know, a week ago. Is that about right? It's today. What's today? The 4th? Yeah, about Sunday last week. Somewhere around there. I said, hey man, ETH gonna hit here and gonna go down yonder there. But it's about, I mean, I would say it's about at its order flow objective. That's the area that I'm looking for things to change at. Hey, good morning, Mr. Lunar Beaches Crypto. Top of the Sunday morning to you. Insights on the lower time frame BTC here? Sure, we can do that. We can do that. So this this zone in blue that I had marked here, I was really kind of hoping that it was going to ultimately produce some sort of transition on the 15-minute time frame that would bring us to a lower high on like the 4 to 8 hour time frame. Just go to the 4 hour. Yeah, I was hoping it was going to shift and we were going to get a little bit of a lower high on the 4 hour, and I was hoping it was going to shift out of this zone right here, which is simply, you know, for some people it may be a golden pocket. For me, it's just the top section of this sort of pivot demand right here. Yeah, I was hoping that this was going to produce that lower high for lower low. Really. I really wanted to see that get mitigated. I really did. Yeah, I really did want to see that get mitigated. But in the event that that shift does not occur, that's what I have this on my chart for. So if we go down into the lower time frames, essentially what I was looking for here, this is what I had posted yesterday, was I was looking for this low to get taken one more time, dip down into demand, aka golden pocket, come back, break the high that created the low. That guy is the high that ultimately created the low that broke this low, right? But I wanted it to, you know, turn around, break structure off of that, and yeah, doesn't look like it wants to fucking do that. And it's getting piss poor on its mitigations. It's getting really piss poor. You know, the one, like we stopped mitigating here. This is when we really haven't done a proper mitigation since this point. You know, this break here, like, yeah, did I get in here? Sure, I did. But really and truly, that liquidity there, I'd still like to see that cleaned up, and I'd still like to see this last point of supply tag. That's what I'd really like to see. But it's that, you know, we did not mitigate this last point of supply. You know, we did kind of mitigate this guy. Okay, I can't say it's been doing no mitigations, because we did. That just doesn't look so great. So anyways, we break again this morning, right? We break again this morning. So can we get this supply to effing mitigate? That'd be nice. That'd be nice. That would be nice. Yeah, sure would. Sure would. That'd be cool. You know, this kind of section here that I was hoping to produce that lower high in the 48 hour time frame kind of reminds me of what I was thinking back. Where was that other Bitcoin chart at? Let's go to the daily. Kind of reminds me quite a bit of well, yeah, but see how this actually worked, right? So we had this general demand range here when we were coming down on this last drop, and then inside it we had a daily order block, and you know, I was because this high, no, this is a little different presentation, because this high was left intact. I was hoping we could crawl down here at that time, shift structure here, and come back up. But do you see how all that great demand didn't do shit? Well, that's very possible here as well, right? That's very possible there as well. As a matter of fact, this had a better chance of working than this did, because its initial high was still intact, right? This was still intact. This is not intact. It got tapped and then it got broken. So it is a different presentation slightly over here. So I don't know, you know, as much as I wanted to see, you know, some lift up for an overall continuation down out of here, maybe it doesn't do that. Maybe it just continues to just poop out. It'd be really nice to see that get mitigated. You know, at this point, actually, let's get this goddamn blue box off of here. Can we just be like aware that it's there and not have to stare at it? That would make me happier. I will say supply to me does begin here. And I have an extra, it's probably that golden pocket or whatever, huh? Yeah, so it's like, okay, for the reasons I mentioned, there is a zone here in which could produce a higher, lower high for ultimately a lower low. But just looking at, if I was just trading this leg of price, because I believe that you know, again, I'm confident that the ultimate target is here or lower, then you know, if we just trade this leg of price here, this leg, right, then yeah, then I would just be looking for mitigation here for, yeah, just further continuation. You know what I mean? Like that's what I would want, and it would begin at, what is that, 59,800, right? If you could get back up to 59,800 in a very, very perfect world, say on your 5 minute, where all the unicorns and butterflies live, you form 5 minute structure coming up into here, and then you lose that 5 minute structure, and then you slam the sell button and you target this low, wherever this low ends up getting set as a target one, and yeah, and then you know, see if it'll let you run down there, and if it won't come back and mitigate anything. Entry strategies, your opinion on knife catching versus low time frame MS flips. Okay, so I'll talk about my entry here. We'll talk about entry here. I don't do knife catching. Knife catching is not a thing I do, right? So so when I was looking at this, do we really need this line? No, we really don't. That was just part of that Wyckoff illustration. So when I saw that price lost this low, let's get my little fancy loud arrow out, this low, right? I was like, okay, all right, cool. Well, you know, obviously we're coming for that guy at a bare minimum, right? And so I'm not going to, in this circumstance, I wasn't comfortable with just, like, okay, let me put it this way. I wasn't at the chart right when this low was broken, right? Like, I came to the chart and we were down in this area somewhere. I'm like, okay, well, that, like, risk to reward isn't going to work for me, because if I were to enter down here and cover this, then how far do I have to target before I even get to a 3-to-1? Let's find out. Something, no, I'm getting close. You know, it would have probably ultimately worked, but you know, I wanted some retracement. I wanted some mitigation into demand, right? So I waited until price got, I think I got in at 60. Yeah, I got in at like 63,400-ish. Yeah, somewhere right in this range. I waited for it to pull back, and I was just prepared to add. I really didn't want to have to enter this early. I really wanted to enter further up into ideally this zone here. That's where I really wanted to enter. So I did not enter a full position. I was prepared to add in the event that it came up further, to kind of like DCA into that position. and that was, you know, like that strategy all changes in real time. It has to do with the reason I had this approach is it had to do with this gap. That's a 3% gap, right? So yeah, just in that circumstance, I had to be prepared to add, because I was expecting further mitigation, but I wasn't guaranteed further mitigation. So, you know, I had to start getting myself a little bit of exposure, and then, you know, wait to see if we could add more here. In the event that I get myself into a situation like this where my full position value existed up here and I never got a chance to put it in, then I'm just waiting to, you know, break something else, come back, maybe mitigate that, and add what I was going to add here, then gets added into the trade down in this portion, right? But we didn't really get any great, we just didn't get any great mitigations as far as I'm concerned. So, you know, is what it is. Was it a full position size? No, it wasn't. Nice catching versus low time frame shifts. Yeah, you know, if you can get a low time frame shift, you're always better, in my opinion. You're always better off. Like, see, in a really perfect world, this high right here would have been taken, right? And then you come up, take that high, break the low that created it, enter here. Right, that would be a picture perfect, like, lower time frame shift where you see price drop, retraces for, you know, going for some sort of mitigation, and then you see this leg break. That's always the better version. That's always the better version. Funny thing, I was staring at this and I was like, this is it. It's going to happen. I think I have my pending break line down there. Blah 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 blah, right? I hope that answers the question. CAS is falling apart. Of course it's falling apart. Of course it's falling apart. I haven't looked at it yet today though, so let's do that. Probably look at XRP too when we're on the subject. C D E F G H I J K CAS. Oh, so yeah, so, you know, CAS was a failed high. The price failed a swing high right here, and came back and broke and re-entered a very large swing range that we can see when we zoom out here in a little bit. And then, you know, it's just kind of following the breaks down. It's like, okay, break, then that break line essentially becomes the ideal entry point. You know, from here, you know, in here where the stop loss is indicated becomes a great entry point. Somebody, AWA, I think, was like, where do I re-enter on CAS? If I already got out, I said, hey, you re-enter in this box here, right? Same principle. Same principle. You can obviously tell I'm not using any fancy tricks. No fancy tricks here. And then here's your reconfirmation low time frame shift. Also comes up, snipes this high, breaks that low. There's your low time frame reconfirmation. Comes back up into mitigate again, sets low, snipes the high, breaks the low. There's your reconfirmation if you need a reconfirmation on that. Yeah, so yeah, CAS is falling apart. Yeah, yeah, it's going to take a tumble. I think it is going to take a tumble. Where's XRP at? Because I think I had some re-entries yesterday. I feel like there was re-entries on XRP that had not been tagged yet. No. Well, I mean, it hasn't been tagged yet, but you know, I don't know if it will at this point. I don't know if it will. And sometimes this happens, right? And you do not get a retest. Is what it is, man. Is what it is. The improvement I get to my risk to reward on a retest is just flat ass worth waiting for me. And if it does not happen, then it does not happen. And I just move on with my life. I just move on with it. especially in the event where it's like, okay, you know, like on some of these higher time frame target trades where it's like, okay, I'm expecting a 30% drop on XRP. Well, you know, there's going to be opportunity. So even though I didn't get my mitigation here for an ideal entry, there's going to be opportunities as this continues to crawl down to find you know, a great trade. This trade position right here, if you took it as indicated, is a 4-to-1 risk to reward. There's going to be 10-to-1 risk to rewards that will still present in this leg of price coming down here. So it's okay to me. I don't care if I missed that. Not a big deal. I missed it. I missed it. I don't know if that was the right term. I chose not to take it. Right. And, you know, but like now, you know, what happened with Sol? Because Sol did all the things too, right? And let's see if yeah, but see it doesn't really love to remitigate either. Boom, 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 boom. Anyways, we had when I posted this chart, we had lost this swing low, right? And I say, okay, so that we've got demand, or I'm sorry, supply up here. If we can mitigate supply, then it's time to run it down, right? That was why this position, which was pre-planned, was for a mitigation of supply. Supply existed from you know, top to the bottom in the gray boxes I had it indicated, but we also have our last point of supply, or maybe it's more correctly worded as your first point of supply right here. And as we enter into that, so we're both mitigating, as far as I'm concerned, we are both mitigating the overall supply and the last area of supply. And when we do so, it presents with another reconfirmation of down, up, down, set a low, sweep the high, break the low, right? And then this signal to me indicates that price is going to take in a crack at the low that created this high on your more swing-like structure, right? And then if that breaks, well, cool, good, because this had much farther targets on it, right? And so we're down, yeah, a lot, whatever, 20%, something like that from, but we're really not mitigating. We're really not mitigating shit, right? That was not mitigated. This was not mitigated. This has not been mitigated. I'll fix you in a second. You slimy bastard, right? This is not mitigated. So in the event that I see price perform retracement prior to achieving what I believe is the ultimate target, if we retrace, I will look to short here. If we retrace, I will look to short here. If we retrace here, I would probably still look to short there. These are just your unmitigated supply still. So sure, cool, looks great on paper, prices move down 20%. It does not mean that there are not still high risk to reward trades available on the table still prior to achieving what I would say is the order flow objective. So I think that yeah, so a low time frame shift in here, a low time frame shift in here, and here. These are all things I'm still interested in on Sol. AWA, you didn't get it. I actually targeted it to enter and missed it. You gotta set your alerts. You gotta set your alerts. I mean, you could have arguably grabbed that one on a limit order. But yeah, gotta have your alerts so you don't miss these things. let's see more. I'm going long on XRP. 47.60 to 50 cents. I mean, like, I understand it. I understand it. I understand why you would potentially be interested in longing in and about that price range. What I don't understand about that for me, which, you know, is fine, maybe you could explain it to me, is your 50-cent target. That I don't understand. So yeah, you do have a little bit of demand right here that broke structure from, I just repeat this stuff all the time for anybody who hasn't heard me say this before, that broke structure from left to right, that placed an inefficiency on the chart. During that inefficiency, you cleared this high. I understand that. I don't understand how, when you don't have any price action filling in your 50-cent mark, I don't understand how you can target that. That's just for me though. Right, for me to target 50 cents, I would have to see supply form there, and then I could say, okay, that's a target. I'm gonna come from this demand, and I'm gonna take it up to that supply, right? But I just that's all for me. That's all, because that's what you said, right? You said 47.60, 47.60. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, and this entire box represents demand. That is the last, you know, sort of point in demand that, yeah, whatever. I get why you would want to long in that area. I just don't particularly understand the target. That's all. It's like, as it stands right now, like my only supply on the chart starts at 54 cents. And that's just all the information I have yet. Ah, your boyfriend interrupted you. Rude, so rude. Yep. Anything interesting anywhere else? Oh, gold. See, gold took a tumble off of this supply. Like, I actually don't love the way that it cleared all that, though. I actually wouldn't give that to that supply, but then it broke the 15. Yeah, it may. I feel like gold's down. I feel like gold's down next week. Anyways, you probably don't want to talk about gold. Okay, I see what you're talking about, Seymour, on the XR Pizzles. Expecting some institutional involvement at a psychological level of 50 cents. Okay. Yeah, that's all right. I mean, you know, it's just, for me, it would be, yeah, like a scalp long to a lower high for a lower low. That's still where I would objectively put that, because, you know, to overdo a break in structure like this, to change this information, I have to see price clear the high that created it. yeah, yeah, or bare minimum, it's got to clear this guy. But yeah, so I'm down for lower high, lower low out of there. That's all I'm down for though. But you had a reasonable target. You had a reasonable target. It's not like you were trying to shoot for all-time highs with that trade, so makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I was just offering to come on, so if there's anything you guys want to look at, there's plenty of fucking charts out there, right? Plenty of charts out there. I'm not personally motivated to dig through all of them, but if somebody has one that they're like, oh, hey, what do you think about this one? We should probably take a look at it. Oh, Aptos could grenade. Come on, man. You really want to see a low like that hold. Right, because like this is already mitigated. As far as I'm concerned, that's been mitigated. So there's no real reason to look to it anymore. Yeah, we got this, or we're coming for this guy. I guess we have to smoke him first, but yeah, no real resistance built in that leg. That all looks like it could get swept really easily. So like say like a 15-minute shift down here at this low, I'd target all the way back up there on Aptos. Now, does that mean that you're going to get it there? I have no idea. But let's see. Well, let's take a closer look at that and see how it's done on mitigations. I'm going to take it from here. We're going to take it from here. Okay, so that's had some mitigation to it. That's had some mitigation. Didn't really get mitigated. Kinda. Maybe. A little bit of a stretch if you ask me. Okay, so you do have plenty of not plenty, but you do have unmitigated supply sitting above you. Sorry, I'm too lazy to change the colors of these boxes. So there is still like kind of resistance there, but still, to me, if you lift off of this low and come back above this supply range, then yeah, you can start targeting to take dominoes like that out. Yeah, I think that's it's very realistic, which is all powered by the simple principle that this high has a job to do. It has a job to do, and its job is to take out the low that created it. And so if it fails at its job, it is bad, and therefore shall be sent back to the point in price that it came from. So, yeah. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just straight up picking random charts. Okay, INJ, limit hit. Do you limit long on INJ, or like spot buy? Yeah, so INJ, that's cool. I get that. What did I want to do? I wanted to go up in time frames. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, so see, like, let me put that back on. This box right here, I remember this chart now. This box right here is the box that BTC is in right now, where you have that same market structure, lows intact, comes up, boom, takes out that structure, and then kind of rolls back down. This is exactly where BTC is in price. BTC is right here, right? And you see how it just didn't really give a shit about that demand range either. Yeah, BTC may not give a shit about its demand range either. Do we have that same sort of golden pocket kind of action up in that? Let's see. Yeah, we do. We did. So, BTC could flow exactly like this. It could flow exactly like that. But I understand why you would be trying to buy it and not sell it where it's at, because, it's in an abysmally discounted setting. And you still have a potential for I may have seen something. Let's hold the phone. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3. Right, cool. All right, bear with me. Hold, please. Let's see. Is that gonna do it for me? This is the one I want. Copy image and paste. Can we make a case for accumulation down here? Let's see. I'm just going to start, this may break down. I'm just going to start placing labels. So this would be like the PS. Right, and then this would be your PS is psychological low, right? So psychological low being the bottom of this range. Okay, cool. SC is your selling climax. AR is your automatic reaction. Oh, my SC disappeared on me. This is our SC. Okay, ST would then have to be this guy, right? This would be the ST, which is your selling tail. Then after the ST, we put in price above the AR. The automatic reaction gets swept. Then we come down for ST in phase B. Oh, I have the wrong model on here. It's okay, I'll fix that. So then this becomes ST phase B. So we just do STPB. Sorry, I'm looking at a model 1 or model 2 accumulation. I needed to grab this schematic for the model 1. Where is that? Where is that? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Like, I feel like it's on this website, but I need, give me the model 1, not the model 2, please. You little upchucker. Sorry for the hold. I should really favorite these things sometimes. Oh, well, whatever. We're gonna have to. Yeah, we'll just have to use this one. Is this the right one? Yeah. Okay, copy image. Okay, now we've got a model. This isn't the illustration I normally use, but it's gonna have to work. Right, so where were we? So we had our psychological low, selling climax, automatic reaction, ST, ST in phase B, and then ST in phase B, that is this guy. ST in phase B is this guy. Price rolls up from that without clearing this high. ST in phase B, price rolls up from it without clearing this high, comes down for the third tap being the spring. So yeah, I mean, I like that on I like that look for INJ. I think that's a good look. Missing a line. I mean, I don't know. You guys tell me if that doesn't match the Model 1 accumulation model. But do me a favor, I'm gonna ask for a little bit of participation. We got 12 people watching, so I'm convinced I can get 2 of you to play along. Put a 2 in chat if you don't think that looks like a Model 1 accumulation. 2 is you don't think it looks like it. 1, you think that looks like one. Yeah, well, I see Reaper's comment, so we're going to talk about where the strong low on the external market structure for BTC lies. We'll talk about that next. One. So you guys, one was it doesn't look like it. Wasn't it? Maybe I don't remember what I asked for. But I don't know. Listen, moral of the story is you guys can use your own imagination on it. I'm simply just going to point out what I see, and you know, I'm down to be wrong. You can use your own imagination, but I see the potential for a Model 1 Wyckoff accumulation. Moving on. BTC, let's go. We'll just pull up like the Coinbase chart, make sure that's wiped. Good, nothing on there. We'll go to the daily. Oh no, of course there's some. Of course I have drawings on a BTC chart. Why wouldn't I have drawings on there? So remove those, and we're going to look at the daily market structure of this upward leg of price here. We're looking at this leg of price here because this represents our external structure. And I don't think we need to draw it all the way from the bottom. I don't believe we're going to need to do that. We can just simply say, where the hell is my path tool? There we go. Well, let's just come from here and draw it more like a swing structure. From here, let's go to here, and let's go to here, and then let's come up to the all-time high for Bitcoin, which is about right there, right? So you have a very clear break here. Okay, that one's clear. I don't think that one's really debatable as whether or not that exists on a daily time frame or higher, right? My only question is about this one, whether we should really count this low or not. But in either circumstance, your strong daily low on your external market structure exists either A here or B here. One of the two of those is true. This one provides me with more confidence than this one does, just due to the overall size of the range. Just due to the overall size of the range, that was obviously high demand for Bitcoin here. That is a pretty strong low. But, you know, I mean, this one did create a pretty large inefficiency out of it as well. So I would say, you know, that may very well be considered your strong low on your daily there. Between this point and this point here, there are not 2 daily candles consecutively that are bearish anywhere in this leg of price. Nowhere in here are 2 consecutive bearish daily candles. So the very first point that you can consider a low of the external structure is there. It's still intact. That makes it strong. Or, you know, you got that guy down there. But that's where I'm at with strong external daily lows on the market structure. It's 50, 56. Scalp long, huh? Oh, he's looking at a scalp long at 56. I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, like this liquidity all along here, where does it start, right? So let's say we got demand, or I'm sorry, supply there. This is pitiful. This is pitiful. Nothing about this, like literally to me, if I even saw a shift like this occur on the chart somewhere, I would say, yeah, I would say you could quite likely run all of that liquidity, which may literally like happen right now, right? Because we've already determined that Bitcoin is in a place that can produce a lower high on your higher time frames. It's sitting right on top of that golden pocket, blah, blah, blah. So if this leg breaks bullishly, then I think we can run all of that liquidity at least. And please, for the love of God, get us back up here. Please. That would be really convenient. Yeah, that would be really convenient. That'd be hella convenient. Pitiful, pitiful, pitiful price action. Pitiful, pitiful, pitiful. So bad. So bad. See, like we're officially already, yeah, we're officially already 50% of the way through our little demand, aka golden pocket bullshit. Yeah, we have achieved that. I want to see it go much lower than that. I really don't. Please, please, please. Come back, Bitcoin. Come back. Yeah, I would look at it of one of two ways, either A or D. And I, sorry, but that's how I look at it, because I still really would like to form a 4 to 8 hour lower high prior to the overall march down to the low of the range, down to like 53K. I'd still really like to see that. I just, I don't know if it's going to give it to me. I don't know. But I'm only let me put a time limit on myself, because I do have some other obligations I got to get to today. I'm gonna give this about like 10 more minutes or so, and then I'm gonna move along. Oh, and by the way, I will say this option here is it's just looking unlikely. It's looking really unlikely. Looking very unlikely. Yeah, it's not. I mean, Seymour, I'm with you. It's not. Well, I mean, you can't blame people for being short, right? Because that's pro trend. Yeah, you can't blame people for that. And I mean, I like the price is still in a big range on Bitcoin. But there's things I will say about the chart that are the more bearish variety of things. I mean, the like, first of all, I'll remove all the drawings. The fact that the high is still intact is bullish. That's bullish, right? And anybody who knows anything about the way that I look at candlesticks will know that coming down before up is the most bullish way, will likely achieve the most bullish results, rather. So like those are the bullish things I can say about it. But like I get that we cleared the all-time high and retrace. I have no issues with that. but that failure on the second attempt and then failure on the third attempt, like it's just not, it just doesn't fill me with a ton of confidence. I think we're dealing with the problem of a lack of mitigation of prior demand ranges. Yeah, I do. I think we are dealing with the lack of mitigation of those. Yep. And, part of me, I had this idea the other day that was thinking to myself, like, well, why not continue to just drag this fucker down until we see a pivot in interest rates that generally gets the entire economy running a little faster, so that we can make hay when the sun is shining and there's better external liquidity outside of institutional involvement that's available in the market, right? Part of me is like, maybe that's the plan, right? Just continue to drive this thing down the drain until there's a broader, more positive economic transition in the markets, or just in the economy in general, and then see if that boost, that little booster shot in the economic arm, is enough to get us up over here, because these buyers couldn't pull it off, and these buyers couldn't pull it off, right? So we factually speaking, people of the world of Earth did not believe that this was a good enough discount. They did not believe that this was a good enough discount, because if they did, then these people right here would have been stronger than these people. Rather, like whoever was like, oh, Bitcoin's cheap enough here for me, their voice was not as loud as this one. Whoever said, oh, Bitcoin's cheap enough here for me, their voice was still not louder than this voice or this voice, right? They were out there. People were like, oh yeah, that's good enough for me. Well, there was more people that said, nah, not good enough for us. But I mean, like, sorry, I was taking a pause for the video to catch up and see the chat. Sorry. All of this is cute. I mean, like I don't know, like it makes sense to me, right? But like, it's just looking way too far in the future, as far as I'm concerned. That's looking way too far in the future, because I don't want to wait over here to trade. I'll trade here. I'm just going to trade with whatever's right in front of me here. To hell with any of that stuff. I don't care about it. Don't matter to me. But I will tell you, if it did happen and we were to mitigate some of this lower stuff and come back up, I don't know, maybe I would buy Bitcoin. Probably not, but I might. There's a $28 million order for at 40K. Yeah, is that order still going to be there when price hits that value? Nobody knows the answer to that. Just because there's a $40 million position down here right now doesn't mean that when we come down there they won't have removed that from the order books. So I believe shit when I see shit. That's all I can say. I believe shit when I see shit. What am I doing? Anyway, so yeah, longing when CryptoFace is 48 is a $500,000 in unrealized profit on shorting seems counterproductive. Yeah. Yeah, I don't disagree with you there. I don't disagree with you there. That does seem counterproductive. No, I don't want to measure. I want to select and delete. That would seem counterproductive, huh? Yep. All is not lost, though. That is a very different presentation than this. Those lines go in different directions from each other. This bearish, this bullish. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna head on out. I don't think there's any reason for me to even go back and look at my Bybit chart, but I guess if nothing else, it'll be to make sure I have my alerts set. Did I have them on Binance? They're out there somewhere. Oh, good Lord. Good night, Bitcoin. Good night, Moon. Good night, Sun. Good night, Bitcoin. That week low just keeps on getting lower. Just keeps on getting lower. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm out. It's the only thing I don't like about YouTube is the lag. Yeah, kind of makes for an uninteractive experience for me. But blah blah blah. Who gives a shit about that? I'm out of here. Yeah, we have to see bearish momentum chill. We can't see things continuing to break in manners of 3%. Nope. When you see pullbacks that then start barely coming down, that to me is going to be the first sign of strength. Adios, amigos.